Father Donald D. Silva, Dean Administration, XLRI, Sri Sunil Gupta, Senior IAS Officer 1987 batch, a product of IIT Kanpur, Secretary to Vice President, distinguished faculty, and my dear boys and girls, the students who will shape the destiny of this nation. My greetings to all of you this afternoon. I can't figure out or rationalize why it has taken me so long to come to Jamshedpur, to come to XLRI. I will make good the loss and burden you with my frequent visits, be assured about it. Even my most prominent detractors agree I live up to my promises. I'll come soon. But what an occasion. Absolute delight for me to be amongst you all on the Platinum Jubilee of XLRI and share my joys of its journey over the years. The city of Jamshedpur is a testament to the vision of Jamshedji Tata, the pioneer whose dream carved this metropolis out of wilderness. Look at the level of creativity. Its evolution mirrors the evolution of our nation, embodying the spirit of resilience, innovation, and progress. Boys and girls, Jamshedpur defines innovation. Jamshedpur defines enterprise. This institute is a symbol of that. Friends, XLRI stands tall amongst peer institutions as an emblem of academic excellence, ethical leadership, instilling a profound sense of commitment to the greatest good. Someone said, my life is an open book. My past is proof of it. Your past and present is proof of it, that you are one of the best in several estimates. The institute holds place of pride as the first business school of our country on management education. Over the last 75 years, it has produced leaders who are not only successful professionals, but also compassionate humans ready to serve society selflessly. And we have an icon in this country, Jamshedji, who encapsulates all these qualities of sublimity and societal progress. XLRI has contributed significantly to Indian growth story by producing leaders who are not only capable of driving economic progress, but also nurturing the ethical values of our society and its needs. Friends, you all are living at a time when our nation is on the rise as before. We in our youth did not have the occasion even to dream about it, what you see today as a ground reality. Bharat is charting its course to reclaim its glory of Vishwaguru. You are going to be its epicenter, nerve center. Our economic progress from being the fifth largest global economy, as highlighted by the Honorable Governor, and we are on way to becoming third largest global economy by end of the decade. But what is significant in the process, we would have overtaken Canada, UK, France, and shortly Japan and Germany. The World Bank has reckoned that India accomplished in 6 years for digital inclusion that the world would typically take 47 years. This commendation from the World Bank is a tribute to the present governance model that is highly accountable and transparent. India's efficient digital payment system is now being adopted by nations like Singapore. Friends, you will be happy to know. Actually, I must revisit my thought process. You know it. You are discerning minds. You know it more than I do, that our UPI transactions alone reached $1.5 trillion US dollars, surpassing major economies of US, UK, France, and Germany digital payments. As a matter of fact, our transactions happen to be 4 times the combined transactions of these 4 nations. Our per capita mobile data consumption, and this, boys and girls, is a very important indicator. This reflects technological penetration. Its extensive use means people in villages, urban, semi-urban areas have availed of it, and that is more than that of China and USA taken together for 2022. India's infrastructure strides are dotted with modern marvels like the new parliament building, where I have the occasion to sit. I'm grateful to the person who is present here, Narendran ji. In 2.5 years, just a building did not come up. Everything required came up. This could not have happened in any other country. We achieved it in the shortest time. We have Bharat Mandapam, one of the top 10 convention centers in the world, and a much larger center, Yashobhumi. All this has been done in a record time and only in past few years, including the COVID era. It's time we reinculcate the feeling of Swadesh in our youth. I urge you to uphold economic nationalism in your intent and actions. This is a point I seek to make fervently to all of you by way of an appeal. Imagine the burden the country suffers when we import avoidable things like candles, kites, furniture, curtains from other countries. What a burden on our foreign exchange. But then it has another 2 facets also. It doesn't allow our people to make it. In the process, we are handicapping employment of people. At the same time, we are also coupled with this impeding entrepreneurial growth. You are the minds. You will be going after completion of your course to corporates. You can catalyze a big change. You can inculcate in the people a deep sense of economic nationalism. You can sensitize them, and you can achieve it. I'm sure you'll do that. Economic nationalism need to promote is also required to uplift the morale of the country. I have suffered the days as minister and as a member of parliament in 1990, that to sustain our fiscal credibility, we had to send in physical form our gold to Swiss banks. And now our foreign exchange reserve is around 600 billion. Great accomplishment. Second aspect, and which is far more relevant to you and the leaders who are on the dais, Narendra ji in particular. Why should raw material leave our shores? The moment raw material leaves our shores, it indicates we are not capable of adding value to it. Again, it has a twin impact, both negative. One, if value was to be added within the country, there will be employment. There will be blossoming of enterprise. We come in the way of both. Go to some of our ports, iron ore is being exported. We are at a time when we need to be extremely sensitive about it. Because when you'll walk out of this institute, you'll not walk out as graduates of some ordinary management institutes. You'll find place at mid-level spinal positions. You can bring it about. I'm sure you'll do it. The nation is at a time when there is global recognition of its prowess, its power, be it in the sea, land, air, or space. It needs support of young leaders like you for creating an ecosystem that sustains our democratic values and our age-old civilizational ethos. You are all discerning minds, and mind you, to be in this institute, getting this education on a global benchmark, you are very privileged. You, therefore, can be nerve center of innovation. And I would urge you to think out of the box. In this country, presently, there is an ecosystem which allows you to fully expand your talent, your potential, realize your dreams and aspirations. That system is available. Think out of the box. Let a good idea not be parked in your mind for fear of failure. Fear of failure is anti-development. Fear of failure is anti-growth. If you have a good idea, you don't take risk because of the